The Center for Medical Progress is fighting an uphill battle after they exposed Planned Parenthood's trafficking of the hearts, brains, lungs, livers, and limbs of developing infants.
In graphic detail, Planned Parenthood's Senior Director of Medical Services described how to preserve valuable fetal tissue during an abortion.
We've been very good at getting hearts, lungs, liver, because we know that, so I'm not going to crush that heart. I'm going to basically crush below, I'm going to crush above, and I'm going to see if I can get it intact.
Following in the footsteps of Kamala Harris, California Attorney General Xavier Becerra is dangling 15 felony counts against CMP's David Daleiden, and the corporate monstrosity also launched a $7 million racketeering lawsuit against Daleiden and the investigators that aided him.
Daleiden is charged with tampering with a government document and offering to buy human body parts. One a felony, the other a misdemeanor charge that on conviction carry punishment of up to 20 years behind bars. His attorneys say they'll ask to have those charges thrown out.
The sworn testimony that is now coming out where they admit that the videos are true and admit that they've been harvesting and selling baby body parts for money for years, that's all coming out, documented and sworn under oath as evidence and testimony in the courtroom, and I think that's going to have serious repercussions for Planned Parenthood and their business partners as this process continues.
Planned Parenthood is a strange animal, a hybrid of a political network and a network of healthcare. But as testimony during the CMP versus Planned Parenthood trial reveals, Planned Parenthood is nothing short of a corporocratic sacrificial temple, with FedEx trucks trucking out baby parts as if Planned Parenthood was simply a grocery store butcher. As CMP board member Alban Romberg revealed, in some cases, the people noticed that the parts went out before the mother went out. She would come staggering out later, typically throwing up in the bushes and being helped out of the place after the baby parts had already gone into the FedEx truck. Romberg then dropped a gruesome bombshell, testifying, "We realized that one, for example, was a research being done on baldness. They were scalping the babies and taking their scalps and grafting them onto immune-suppressed mice, and then using various pharmaceuticals on these humanized mice to test the effect upon preventing, or I suppose you might say, treating baldness." As Town Hall reported, Planned Parenthood violently ends the lives of more than 332,000 unborn children every year. Their health care offerings have long been declining, yet their financials have never looked better, something to keep in mind when they cry poor over the Title X funds they chose to forego. During fiscal year 2017 to 2018, they reported a record income of $1.67 billion, with $244.8 million in excess revenue. $563.8 million of that revenue, or more than $1.5 million per day, came from the American taxpayer. Not to mention, George Soros has flooded the coffers of Planned Parenthood with approximately $30 million, and Soros recently launched a political action committee that has given Planned Parenthood Virginia its record largest outside contribution of $350,000, according to the Virginia Public Access Project's website. On top of their mounting legal costs, CMP faces a biased Judge Orrick, whose ties to Planned Parenthood are well known, while monsters like abortionist Ulrich Klopfer, who had his medical license revoked, are only discovered after they have died, when the remains of 2,246 babies were found in his home. How many more Klopfers are out there preying on those that can't defend themselves? The trial between CMP and Planned Parenthood will wrap up sometime in early November. John Bound reporting.